Welcome home, Finn. All right, so I'm gonna put you right here. And Mommy's gonna put her shoes away. So immediately once you come in the front door of our unit, we have this storage closet, which is very unconventional, but it's one of the favorite elements of our unit. So things that we keep in here are day-to-day shoes, coats. We've got luggage for spontaneous trips, plant care, toolkits, pack and play for Finn, recycling, garbage, cleaning products, all that good stuff. And that's right when you come in the front door, tucked away. All right, so as we continue through the front hall of our unit, we have a storage bench here off to the side. We keep things like seasonal mittens, hats, etc. Some of our dog supplies for our pup in there. And as we continue here, we use this space for stroller parking. So we had this big dream when we got the stroller that we would fold it up tight and tuck it away all neat and tidy in the front closet. But we use this thing all the time, and in order for convenience, we just keep it out. So I'm just gonna pull Finn back here and show you a secondary closet that we have. So we're very spoiled in that we have this other closet for off-season coats, anything we don't use day to day, Finn's diaper bag, craft supplies, gift wrap, dressy shoes, stools for our pull-out island, I'll show you later, electronics, all that. All right, so continuing the tour, this is the second of our 2 bathrooms. So right off the main hall here is a 4-piece bath. Here's Rocky saying hi in the mirror. So this is pretty typical. The only thing I want to note here is that we don't use this second bath. We bath Finn in our master. So sneak peek, we hang our laundry to dry in there. In this little closet here, that's where we have our stackable washer dryer. Nothing really to note here except we've been on a journey of using reusable diapers and we use this thing a lot. All right, so we'll round the corner and take you to our second bedroom. So for the past 3.5 years, we've actually not used this space as a bedroom, but rather a work from home space. So my husband, Rocky, he works at home full time. So this is his desk here where he spends Monday through Friday. And before I was on mat leave, I worked alongside him maybe 2 days a week. I'd work from home. So this space was great for that. And then over here, we've got a pull-out couch, which is also Arlo's favorite lookout in the unit. And we have guests time to time and, make this a comfy bed for them. They stay the night and then we can just, retract it back and, carry on using the space as our office. But one thing to note is once Finn reaches maybe 6 months old and we move him out of our bedroom, this is going to become his bedroom, which means work from home in here gets the boot. So now we're gonna head into our main living space. I put Finn down in his play gym. This is also where we have all the other baby stuff. So we've got the bouncer, the play gym, the swing. We hang out with Arlo here. We watch TV in the living room, read to Finn. When we get moments of solitude, read to ourselves. We also dine here, just eating at the island, but this is where we spend a majority of our time. One thing we like about the living space is that we've got these tall ceilings and floor-to-ceiling glazing. And we also have these sunshades. I'm just gonna put that down here. So I find myself often perched in the chaise, breastfeeding with a newborn, right? And it's nice with the sunshades because I have privacy, but I'm not isolated. So I can still see out, I can still see the street, I can still see the grocery store below and watch what's going on in the outside world, which is pretty nice. All right, so I've picked up the crying baby and now we're gonna head on over to the kitchen. So our favorite part of the kitchen is this island that we had custom built for the space, because what was here before was just completely impractical. So what it does is it adds an island's length of storage to the kitchen, which when you have a newborn or you don't, comes in handy. We've got our pots and pans and our cookware in here, which frees up storage in the cabinets for things like bottles and breast pumps and all that newborn baby stuff. It also provides a lot of additional counter space, and now we can have dinner parties here. I mean, we entertain here quite a bit, less so these days. Another cool feature is that the island has this retractable piece. So you can either pull it out to halfway length and have a seat on one side or two seats, work from home, have a dinner facing one another. Or we can pull it out full length and have an additional 4 seats plus the 4 at the island, and have my parents, my brother and his partner over and have, you know, a big expanded family dinner party. Okay, so let's quick pop out to the balcony. You coming, Arlo? Okay. All right, so we like to hang out here on nice evenings, have dinners. I also pop out here quite often with Finn. When he's crying, he loves fresh air, so we come out here. We love that this balcony is bigger than most. We also love the proportions. So because it's like this square shape, we can have 4 people sitting around, making eye contact, having a conversation and that sort of thing. So it's just a really nice, usable space. All right, so now come on into our master bedroom. So there's nothing too special about this room other than the fact that we've got some additional width in the room so we can accommodate things like Finn's crib. So he started off in a bassinet and has since expanded into his crib because he's a big guy. What we like about this is it's on rollers, so we can move it within the spaces we need, so that's pretty flexible. Also, if we look over in this corner here, we've got Finn's glider, spending a lot of time in there at night for his feeds and, you know, rocking him to sleep and that sort of thing. We also have Arlo's dog bed, but as you can see, he prefers our bed. So the next and final space is our master bathroom, which since we had Finn, ends up being partially his room. So I'm just gonna put him down on the change pad here, which he generally likes. Right, buddy? So this is where we do our diaper changes because we've got a double vanity with lots of space between the sinks. We can accommodate the change table. We also have additional storage where we have his diaper stuff, his bath stuff, as well as his wet bag for his reusable diapers. And if we pan over here, we have the bath where Finn's baths happen, as well as our linen closet, which we've repurposed as Finn's closet. So while he's, you know, living in our bedroom with us, this is his closet until he moves over to the second bedroom. All right, so we're lucky enough to actually have 2 storage lockers in the basement and the parking levels. So this is the bigger of the 2. So in here we've got our storage for our patio furniture. We have keepsakes from our childhoods, photo albums, that sort of thing. We also have our Christmas tree, product boxes, oversized luggage for the big trips, and of course Rocky's lightsaber. So this is the second of our 2 storage lockers. This is the smaller one. So down here we keep our outdoor activity stuff. We've got our bikes, longboards, snowboards, bocce ball, outdoor equipment. As you can see, this one, between this one and the other one, we could probably get away with 1 storage locker. We're just lucky enough to have both, but not necessary. So a year has gone by and a lot has changed around here, including how we live at the condo. So we'll give you some updates. First of all, we have a almost 1.5-year-old Finn. Say hi. Say hello to Dada. Hello. The front closet here hasn't changed much in terms of how we use it. It's still extremely useful and chock full of our storage. But as Finn's aged, I mean, the real difference is now he's walking, so we store his shoes in there. This space here we still use for toddler transport vehicles. So instead of just his stroller, now he's transitioning to this tricycle. So he loves that. We still use this space for it. It's not ideal. So this space here used to be where Rocky and I would work from home. Rocky works full time, but obviously as Finn outgrew, sleeping in our room, this became his room, and I'll show you where our desks moved. So he really loves it in here. We took the doors off the closet so he can have access to, puzzles, books, toys, whenever he'd like. He likes to hang out on the couch with Arlo. Is that dog? Dog. 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 So here in the open concept living and kitchen area, we use this open space for playing on the floor, building Legos, perfect example right here. We also have the next phase of gadgets here in the open space of the island. So since we have someone who eats solids now, he has a high chair. We also have the learning tower. We have bookcases with toys and games and that sort of thing. So in terms of the balcony, we still use this space quite a lot, but we don't eat out here anymore. I mean, that was like such a nice thing we used to do. But with a boy who throws food and is very vocal when he eats, we can't do that anymore. But we use that space just to hang out as a family. And if you're trying to get him to stop crying or distract him, it's a great spot to be able to just pop on the balcony. So we're now in our bedroom / home office. So everything that used to be in the second bedroom has moved over here. This is our work from home zone. Unfortunately, it's right beside our bed. So when our computers go on in the middle of the night because we forgot to turn them off, or Rocky's gamer keyboard lights up, that's a real inconvenience. If we had something like a nook with a power outlet somewhere in the unit, or a separate den where we could house this kind of thing, have a home office space, and use the second bedroom for our little guy, it would be a lot more family friendly and practical. But unfortunately, that's just not a luxury that we have here. So we make it work. Okay, so the bathroom, we still share this space with Finn. Oh no, toilet seat down always. So we do his diaper changes in here. We still do his baths in here. The linen closet is still half his. In terms of his day-to-day clothes, we keep them in here and do all of his changes in here. And then his nicer stuff, off-season stuff, we keep in his bedroom. That's just how we work. So we've really enjoyed living here at the condo and growing in the condo. It is actually time, though, that we move on to our next adventure. We're going to be moving and living with family on a shared lot. We've made some amazing memories here, and we hope by sharing how we live and how we've evolved here, we'll offer some insight into condo unit design for families, what works, what doesn't so much, and where there's room for improvement.